case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In 1938, a battle in the South Carolina courtrooms ignited a broader nationwide debate around regulation in interstate commerce. At the heart of the lawsuit was South Carolina's Act Num 259, a law set in motion by local legislators that placed limitations on the weight and width of motor trucks and semi-trailer trucks traveling on state highways. But for several truckers and interstate shippers, among others, this move was perceived as targeting businesses that operated across state lines and represented an unconstitutional hindrance under the protections of the Commerce Clause. With stakes high, the case, known as South Carolina State Highway Department v. Barnwell Brothers, moved quickly up the judicial ladder. The district court initially sided with the plaintiffs, ruling that the South Carolina Act's restrictions did indeed unreasonably burden interstate trade. Their judgment rested on the argument that a significant volume of motor truck traffic was being unfairly blocked from entering the state. But this initial ruling would find itself challenged in the highest echelons of the U.S. judiciary. An appeal was filed, pushing the case into the docket of the Supreme Court. Comprising the defendants were the Interstate Commerce Commission and a handful of influential railroads, who saw the South Carolina Act as a necessary measure to curb the competition of interstate motor carriers. In the Supreme Court chambers, a different outcome awaited. The justices set aside the district court's findings, upholding the constitutionality of the weight and width limitations imposed by the South Carolina Act. The ruling deemed the act neither as a transgression on the 14th Amendment nor a prohibitive burden on interstate commerce. The justices argued that the legislature legitimately designed the restrictions based on relevant data and concerns for safety and maintenance costs. They decided that the state had the authority to regulate its highways, even if such regulations resulted in variances with other states. South Carolina's legislators, they determined, had made a justifiable choice, and the differing standards in other states weren't persuasive enough to sway their decision. In doing so, the Supreme Court flipped the narrative, reversing the outcome of a case that had triggered significant debate around interstate commerce and state regulatory power.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.